All right then. So in this video, we're gonna learn how to create a triple ring CSS loader animation just by using the CSS only. Well, currently you're looking at the concentric triple ring CSS loader, which is visually appealing, elegant, and lightweight. Made just by using only CSS with the pseudo elements before and after of that particular div. So let me break it down step by step so you can understand and how it works and how you can rebuild it or customize it in an easy way, right? So just like the usual, I'm gonna close all these things and I'm gonna duplicate this particular project and I'm going to name this project as a 14y. Then inside this project, get it in the index.html, keep it as it is, then bring the CSS styles into here and I'm gonna literally delete everything. Just keep the loader alone inside and delete the styles completely, right? And please make sure the margin and the body content, everything as exactly as it is, because then only it will brings the entire content in the center of the screen, which we followed for every single project. Nothing else is going to be changed. So basically what exactly this is going to see is the final visual. It's going to be this loader is appears, it's going to have three different concentric rings, right? Outer ring, which is which is spinning in a clockwise direction. That's going to be your main loader division. Then the middle ring, which is spinning faster and it's spinning in a reverse direction. That is going to be your before pseudo element. And the inner ring, which is static and it's spinning in a clockwise direction, and that is in the very smaller ring, which is the pseudo element of your after pseudo element of your loader division, right? These are all with a simple division and the two different pseudo elements. We're going to create this concentric ring concentric triple ring CSS loader animation. Sorry. All right, so let's get started. So get back here, refresh it, load the 14 UI. So far, it's completely empty. Perfect. Now here, I'm just going to say dot loader, open it. We need to define the width. That depends on the size. You can go for it. But in this case, I'm going to go with 54 pixels, not more than that. Then the aspect ratio, which is going to be 1. Then we need to use the display grid. Don't worry, let me explain it later. And border, which is going to be 4 pixels, solid, and hash 0000 is completely invisible. And border radius, which is going to be 50% because we need it in a perfect square. So we need in order to convert it into a perfect circle, use 50%. Then the border color, which is going to be hash cc space hash 0000. Now you can see this is how the border color will looks like, right? Then animation, which is going to be loader 1 seconds linear infinite, right? So let me explain what exactly happening in this particular line of code. So aspect ratio over here, that is ensure that it's going to be as a circle, like a perfect square, right? It's going to be a perfect square. Only if it is a perfect square, you can convert it into a perfect circle. Then the border 4 pixel solid, that defines the ring, right? Then the border color hash cc and hash 0000 shows only the one side of the ring, the top and the left. Okay, then the animation, which is basically that's going to rotate the spin animations in the clockwise direction, that we have to write it later. The display grid, which we use, the grid makes the before and pseudo elements overlap perfectly, right? Now let's go on work on the middle ring. So the middle ring, which is going to be the loader colon before, right? So we need to make sure the content is as empty. Then the grid area, which is going to be 1/1. Then the margin, which is going to be 2 pixels. Then a border that needs to inherit. Then the border radius, which is going to be the 50%, then only we can convert it into a perfect circle. Now we can see that. Let's change the border color, which is going to be hash F03355, then hash 0000, just like that. then animation needs to inherit, so that represents the value of the parent. Okay, it's going to inherit the parent animation itself, then the animation duration, which is going to be 0.5 seconds, then animation direction, which is going to be a reverse direction of its parent element, right? So let me explain the key details over here. So this is going to be slightly smaller due to this particular margin effect, right? Then it's going to spinning faster because we define the duration as 0.5 seconds, and it's going to spin in the reverse direction because of this. Okay, so basically it's going to inherit the border style exactly as its parent element because of this inherit property. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which is going to be your inner ring. So dot loader colon after pseudo element, open it, keep the content as empty itself, then grid area, which is basically going to be 1/1 itself, then margin, I'm going to bring it as 8 pixels, then which needs to inherit the parent border itself, inherit, then border radius, which is going to be 50 percentage. Now we should be able to see one more inner circle, right? So let me explain what this does. So it's going to create a very smallest ring in the centered location because of this margin, right? Then we don't have any animation in it because it is going to act as a static stabilizer, which is going to use the exact same animation for your of your parent. Then it's going to share the border and the colors logic exactly what we did for your parent. But the border style, it's going to be inherited from the parent itself. Literally everything is going to be exactly as your parent, right? So now let's go ahead and work on the animations. I'm going to copy this, and I need to write the animation which applies for the before element only. So dot at keyframes loader 2 on 100%, open it, transform, rotate, one turn, which is going to be 360-degree spin, save it, and that's how it looks, right? So just by using a very simple division, by using the the pseudo elements, we created an awesome spinning animations over here, right? So the final output you get is the three concentric rings, outer, middle, right, spinnings in the opposite directions, and the nice illusion of the motion, depth, and its complexity, right? So that's it for this video, and let's go ahead and start working on the next one.